Good evening, everyone. It's a day many folks in Pickens County have dreaded.
That's right. The doors at the Pickens County Hospital are now closed for good. Employees spent the morning packing up their belongings and cleaning out their workspaces. The hospital has been a vital health resource for the community for more than 4 decades. In a press release earlier this week, the medical center says it was forced to shut down due to financial struggles.
The hospital's closing means more than 100 people are now looking for a job. Our Quentin Smith visits the hospital after those employees met with administrators.
He joins us now in the studio with more. So Quentin, tell us how the mood was there this morning.
It was very sad and emotional. Several workers came to tears as we were speaking with them. Now, for some, they've worked at the medical center for years, and that's what they depend on to help make ends meet. The hospital is working with those employees to help them find jobs elsewhere, but as of right now, many of them remain unemployed.
It's a sad scenario.
Our cameras were rolling as hospital workers began locking the doors at Pickens County Medical Center, leaving workers feeling uneasy.
Disbelief, complete disbelief. This area needs a hospital out here.
Heartbroken and mad at the same time.
It's just hard. It's very hard right now.
Tanya Bryant is a registered nurse at the facility, and she's still trying to wrap her mind around what's happening.
Just really processing the thought that it's really closing today, because it really hadn't sank in yet, because I usually do 7 on, 7 off. So right now I'm thinking I'm going on my 7 off. But then when it's time to come back, that's when it's going to hit me that you don't have anywhere to go.
That's the reality over 100 of Bryant's co-workers are also facing. Bryant says she's already filling out applications at other medical facilities nearby.
I have applied, but it's still a process, because just because I applied doesn't mean that I'm going to get hired.
Hospital administrators met with the workers to help them sign up for unemployment and figure out what's next. But for Teresa Jones, she's not waiting on the medical center to help figure out her next move.
I'm going job hunting. I'm going job when I can't wait on no unemployment. So now I'm going out looking for a job. Matter of fact, I got an interview today.
Packing and unloading boxes were common sights all around the hospital. Wayne McDavid worked at Pickens County for more than a decade, and he stopped by to say one last goodbye to his former colleagues.
It's hard to see after working here for that long. Come back and see the halls practically empty. It's rough.
It was an emotional scene as employees embrace one another for the final time. They say moving on will be tough because this medical center meant a lot to so many people.
This is life to a lot of people. They just come up to the gift shop or come up to work out. So it's life for a lot of people, especially the older people in the community.
Now, we're told the patients have been transferred to other facilities for treatment. We reached out to hospital administrators. They declined to give a comment.
The news is a little better in Choctaw County. Choctaw Regional Medical Center will soon be paid for. The Board of Supervisors recently gave notice it would pay more than $3 million about 7 years before it was due. Board President Joey Stevenson says the early payoff will save taxpayers about $5 million in interest. He says cutting costs by employees and departments help make this payment possible. Stevenson believes this will make an immediate impact that folks will be able to see.
Now that the hospital is paid for, this is going to free up money for more road improvements, just better infrastructure in our county. For the people of the county. And at the end of the day, we have a brand new hospital that is making it fine.
An official ceremony marking the achievement is being planned for March 23rd.
Coronavirus concerns continue to impact travel plans for universities across the Twin States. Mississippi State University announced today that trips to China and South Korea will not be approved. MSU officials say they won't approve travel to any countries under the CDC's Level 3 risk. The university is also discouraging travel to Japan, Italy, and Iran. Those countries are at a Level 2 risk. Meanwhile, the University of Alabama is also banning overseas travel for school-related purposes. No confirmed cases of coronavirus have been found in Mississippi or Alabama.
The sun just went down. A live view in downtown Columbus with our Alpha Insurance camera. A great evening developing here on our Friday. Temperatures are now in the low to mid 50s, down to 50 in Oxford, 55 at the Air Force Base in Columbus, 54 in West Point. We will continue to cool here as the wind tapers this evening down into the upper 40s in many spots after 7 o'clock. Low 40s by 11. And look at this, 33 degrees, a chance for some frost here at 7 o'clock in the morning. And prior to 7 a.m., probably down to around 30 or 31. So definite chance for a frost here as we get into tonight. A dry weekend's coming our way, but we do have some more rain to talk about for next week, along with some warmer temperatures. More on that coming up.
A Columbus driver who says she was trying to beat the train ends up getting hit by it. Columbus police say the 18-year-old driver told officers she was trying to beat the train. This crash happened on Highway 69 near the Columbus Fairgrounds. It was about 12:30 this afternoon. There were no injuries, but it appears the force of the train took the bumper off the car. The train had at least 100 cars. Police Chief Fred Shelton says the train whistle, signal lights, and alarms at that railroad crossing were all working.
So the thing is, the safety message here, that these people were blessed, but let's make sure that we don't try to beat that train. We can't. That train cannot stop. And if you're trying to get across it while it's moving, and this train wasn't moving very fast.
The driver did get a ticket for avoiding a traffic control device, no driver's license, and no insurance.
A head-on crash in Oktibbeha County lands a Jackson man in jail. Matthew Myers is charged with DUI aggravated assault. Mississippi Highway Patrol spokesman Sergeant Derek Beckham says the crash happened on Highway 82 near Bell Road on Wednesday. Troopers believe Myers was going east in the westbound lane. His SUV collided with a car driven by Sean Bingham of Eupora. Then an 18-wheeler hit Bingham's car. The 18-wheeler driver, Kenneth Wade, was not injured. Bingham was taken to a Jackson hospital. Myers was treated and released, then taken to the Oktibbeha County Jail.
A Baldwin man faces an attempted aggravated assault charge after being accused of showing up at another person's house with a weapon. 52-year-old Stephen Havens is accused of showing up at a home in Saltillo causing a disturbance. Investigators say the homeowner confronted Havens and then there was a physical fight. Another person in the home helped detain Havens until Lee County sheriffs got there. Since a weapon was involved, investigators say Havens will be charged with a felony. This case is being presented to the next Lee County grand jury.
The clock at the Chickasaw County Courthouse in Houston is chiming once again. We'll have that story coming up on WCBI News.
Welcome back. For many small towns, the courthouse square is a gathering place. That's certainly the case in Houston.
Yeah, for years a clock tower was the focal point, but it fell silent. But as WCBI's Allie Martin reports, the clock has been restored and is drawing folks in again.
As regulars enjoy a meal at the lunch counter at Pearson's drugstore, across the street, the old courthouse clock is striking noon. That sound was part of the courthouse square for decades until it fell silent.
Several years ago, quit working, and you miss it if you're used to hearing it all the time.
Richard Bennett is a retired judge who used to work in the courthouse. He says people got used to not hearing the clock. After recent repairs, they're hearing that chime again.
I like it. I like it be able to look at the clock, tell what time it is, and you can hear the chime on the hour.
The clock repair was done at no cost to the taxpayers. A local man who likes to tinker with mechanical things was enlisted by the director of the Chickasaw Development Foundation.
No, I certainly don't know anything about clocks, but it was really fascinating to delve into this thing and figure out how it worked, and big old gears and cogs and cams and levers, and it's fascinating to get into it.
Bobby Sanderson discovered the clock just needed some lubricant and some parts to be replaced before it was in working order.
7 o'clock.
CDF Director Sean Johnson believes the operating clock is a symbol of greater things to come for Houston.
It makes the city work. You know, it feels like it's a working city. I mean, it's one thing to turn a clock off. It's another thing to leave a clock broken. And, you know, now we've got a clock that's working, and so far the response has been phenomenal. And people also talk about the in Back to the Future, you know, how the town kind of started improving after the clock started working again, and I'm hoping that that's going to happen here in Houston.
Now that the clock is running, it will need routine maintenance a couple of times a year. In Houston, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
Locals believe the clock tower was installed sometime in the 1940s. It was a beautiful day.
It was a gorgeous day.
It was perfect,
Finally.
and we will do it again tomorrow. Look at these temperatures here as
Yeah.
we get into our Saturday, upper 50s, low 60s. Very similar to what we had out there today. Not as windy, though, and we should be warmer on Sunday, mid to upper 60s there, mostly sunny skies. It's not going to last forever, though. We'll show you that in the 7-day coming up.
For WCBI First Alert AccuWeather Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
If you're like me, you have some chores to get done this weekend outdoors, and the weather is going to cooperate. Your Saturday, a good day to mow, maybe trim the shrubs, get things ready. Although we will be looking at some chilly temperatures to start out the day, but by the mid to late morning, things are looking good. It's been very wet around here. If the rain stopped today and we never saw another drop of rain this year, we would stay above average until June 16th as far as the rainfall is concerned in Starkville, June 6th in Columbus, May 3rd in Tupelo. It has been wet here in the region. The surplus, 10 to 20 inches above average so far this year from Jackson to Birmingham, no doubt around here as well. So it's just been wet. We stay dry Saturday and Sunday. Hallelujah, right? But let me get out of the way. You can see the rain chances coming on back probably late Monday into the rest of the work week next week. So enjoy the dry weather while it sticks around. That's what we have to deal with right now, the dry weather, and we love it. Our live view in downtown Columbus, our Off Insurance Camera Network. Tupelo, things are looking great here for you in Louisville, Mississippi, no problems whatsoever. And in Vernon, Alabama, at Durham's, no issues either. So we have high pressure and firm control. You can see the absence of cloud cover back to the northwest, and that will set up a cool night. The wind relaxes, the air is very dry, and will stay clear. Upper 20s in Corinth, 31 in Tupelo and Starkville, around 30 in the Columbus area. Wall-to-wall sunshine for the most part for our Saturday. By 9 a.m., 43 degrees. Notice the wind not as strong. We're back up to around 60 during the course of the afternoon. So very nice and pleasant Saturday for us. If you have a weekend getaway in Nashville or Atlanta or New Orleans, things are looking pretty good. A shot at 70 down there in the Big Easy by Sunday afternoon. So high pressure and firm control right here, but it gets more or less centered right over us tomorrow, so the wind won't be as strong. Some higher clouds will drift back into the region as we get into tomorrow night and Sunday, but still a fair amount of sunshine for Sunday. Notice how the clouds will be thicker back to the west on Sunday, and by Monday we'll see more clouds around here. Monday afternoon and evening into Monday night, there will be a chance for some rain and storms around here. Don't forget, download the WCBI News app. That'll keep you updated on the latest weather. Here's your AccuWeather 7-day forecast. We have a great weekend. We spring forward Sunday morning, so the clocks will be changing. Don't forget about that either. Chilly during the mornings here over the course of the weekend, but during the day we're looking great. By Tuesday and beyond, highs are back into the 70s. A spring-like feel returns.
Well, it was certainly a great day to get outside and get some exercise, and that just got easier in West Point. The outdoor exercise and stretching areas at Zuber and Marshall Parks were officially opened this morning. West Point police officers and firefighters, you see them right there, tested the new gear. They put in a lot more work than I did today. A grant from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi Foundation paid for the equipment. The organization hopes more people will work out while stepping up their game to live a healthy lifestyle.
The foundation has a focus on building a healthy Mississippi, and we think it's important for Mississippians like those in West Point to get out of doors and exercise and begin to feel better and take accountability for their own health.
My job is about sitting
The
down.
foundation's Healthy Heroes program targets students in grades K through 5. This year, police officers and firefighters will go to 3 schools in the area for the program. A lot of fun.
Just a bunch of big kids. That's all they are. All right, another state championship thriller. Columbus going down to the wire. Highlights from Oxford plus an update from the SEC tournament. All that next in sports.
Sports coverage of the 2020 SEC Women's Basketball Tournament in Greenville is brought to you by Columbus Orthopedic. Trust one place. Cannon Ford of Starkville. Nobody beats a Cannon deal. Nobody. And visit Columbus, the city that has it all. WCBI Sports with Tom Ebel is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
The SEC tournament title defense for Mississippi State is underway. The Bulldogs tipping off in its opening game in Greenville, South Carolina. WCBI Sports' Courtney Robb joins us now live from Bon Secours Wellness Arena for the latest. Courtney.
The Bulldogs getting off to a slow offensive start in that first half. State only able to shoot about 36% from the field, 50% from downtown. However, right before halftime, Gardandra Espinoza-Hunter able to heave a deep three ball, knocked it in so that the Bulldogs could take the lead 26-25 at the break. Caused a momentum swing come the second half. The Bulldogs currently leading the Tigers thanks to now shooting 45% from the field, still 50% from downtown. Again, if the Bulldogs are able to take the win in this one, they will advance to the semifinals tomorrow and play either Kentucky or Tennessee. The late game for that being decided later tonight. We'll have to wait and find out. We'll continue bringing you all of the updates as well as a full recap from Mississippi State and the Tigers matching up this evening. For now, reporting at Bon Secours Wellness Arena in Greenville, South Carolina, Courtney Robb, WCBI Sports.
As Courtney mentioned, red hot at halftime. Bulldogs up 50-35 on LSU in the third quarter. Day 2 of the state championships in Oxford, picking up right where we left off. Insane action going down to the final seconds. The first game of the day needing extra basketball to decide the winner. The 2A Girls Championship featuring Calhoun City and Coahoma County. First half, City rolling. Ajayla Mays with the steal, passed to Nashira Jennings with the bucket and one. Jennings with 19 first half points. The fourth quarter, Coahoma County makes a run. Kalasia Phillips to Naria Artis for three. So Coahoma takes a 2-point lead in the fourth. And 2 minutes left in regulation. Phillips to Artis again. The triple. It's a 6-point Coahoma County lead, but Calhoun City makes a run with seconds left in the fourth. It's Damia Campbell inside for the bucket. City clutch free throws help them force overtime. And in extra period, they dominate. Conley Langford, fast break shot off the window for two. Calhoun City outscores Coahoma County 12-2 in overtime. And for the first time since 1957, Calhoun City is the girls basketball state champion, topping Coahoma County 67-57.
We told the kids all the way through, they gonna make runs, we gonna make runs. You take the lead, don't get too high, you get down, don't get too low. Just keep playing, keep playing. You keep playing hard, good thing gonna happen. We kept playing hard, and a good thing happened today.
I saw everybody, I was like, we got this. We didn't work too hard for this game to not come down here and win it.
We're not easy to give up. Like, I don't even know what to say about that. I almost gave up myself, but it was something that been telling me, just don't give up. You have your teammates behind you, they need you. So I just kept pushing until then.
The Columbus Lady Falcons hoping to take home the 5A championship, taking on Brookhaven. Second quarter, Silenciana Collins for three. Columbus with a 2-point lead early, though. 3 minutes remaining in the half. DJ Jackson to Shania Givens for three. Falcons take a 5-point lead. Few plays later, Columbus going on a big run to end the first half. Fast break executed perfectly. Jackson the layup. It's a 9-point Columbus lead. And 30 seconds left in the first half. Anaya Sadler drive, kick, Jackson for the corner three. Columbus would lead by 10 at halftime. Brookhaven would tie it up in the third. As of last check, Columbus leads 47-45 with about 2 minutes remaining. So we'll have the full recap coming up tonight at 10 on WCBI Sports. And, of course, follow us on social media for the latest.
Coming down to the wire.
All of these games have been fantastic this week.
Again. All right. We'll keep our fingers crossed for the Lady Falcons.
I'm hoping a good thing.
Fly high, Falcons.
All right. We'll be right back.
Your WCBI sports coverage of the MHSAA 2020 C-Spire State Basketball Championships is brought to you by Columbus Orthopedic. Trust one place. Cannon Ford of Starkville. Nobody beats a Cannon deal. Nobody. And visit Columbus, the city that has it all.
The schools across the area are wrapping up a week of reading and celebrating Dr. Seuss's birthday. Read Across America is a yearly observance encouraging literacy. The National Education Association launched the campaign in 1997 to encourage children to read more and get them excited about reading. Our own Andrea Self read to children at Oktibbeha County Head Start. After sharing a book, Andrea led the kiddos in one of their favorite songs, Happy and You Know It.
Clap your hands. We want to clap our hands about a score, but tell us last look first.
Okay, weather-wise, we're clapping because it's going to be a great weekend, tons of sun.
Absolutely.
Don't worry about the rain next week yet.
All right.
All right.
In case you're not at the game and
We
watching
have it on our phones.
Yes,
That's right.
Columbus leads Brookhaven 50-48 with under a minute to go. So crazy game going on there.
All right.
All right, check in tonight at 10. All right.
Don't forget to set those clocks ahead also.
That's right. Thanks, Eric, for reminding us. Have a good night.